TikTok is polluting the minds of young children and threatening the social structure of the very world we live in. Governments, journalists, psychologists, even TikTok employees are warning us about the dangers of the app. Parents are terrified, and so they should be. With 1 billion active users on the app every month, there's no doubt TikTok is immensely successful. Social media has been revolutionized forever, with TikTok's competitors left desperately scrambling to copy its strategy. But if you look closer, the reasons behind TikTok's rapid rise to fame will shock you. With great power comes great responsibility, but it's clear TikTok is prioritizing profits over the safety of its user base. So what controversial methods have TikTok been using? Why have they been so purposefully targeting children? What impact is this having on their mental health? And why did Donald Trump brand the company a threat to national security? TikTok is one of the most popular platforms in history, but it's also one of the most controversial. Let's find out why. TikTok was created by Chinese company ByteDance in 2016. To become a global success as quickly as possible, the company marketed the platform specifically at children. It worked. 6 years later, TikTok has been downloaded 3 billion times. Half of 8 to 11-year-olds and 74% of 16 to 17-year-olds use TikTok to post dance videos, funny pranks, and viral challenges. But why is everyone so obsessed with the platform? Well, it's because TikTok has been purposefully engineered to be as addictive as possible. Once a user clicks on a video, the app immediately starts promoting similar content. As soon as one clip ends, another one plays automatically. Compared to longer form content found on YouTube or Facebook, TikTok videos typically last 20 seconds. Because TikTok videos are shorter, you watch more of them. This means more data to train their recommendation algorithm with and better personalized content for the pleasure receptors in your brain. TikTok's eerily accurate For You page creates so much engagement that people spend hours of their day aimlessly scrolling through content. Once you've been pulled into the never-ending loop, it's almost impossible to escape. TikTok has even started interrupting your watch sessions with videos they know you won't like, then reintroducing content you're happy to see again. This is the dopamine hit that keeps you coming back for more. Human behavioral specialists have likened this to intermittent reinforcement, the delivery of a reward at irregular intervals, a form of psychological manipulation seen in some toxic relationships. Many experts believe the instant availability and short time span of TikTok content is causing long-term damage to the brain, particularly younger minds that aren't yet fully developed. Dubbed as digital crack cocaine by some, others are seriously concerned about the impact it's having on our depleting attention spans. TikTok is forecasted to generate $12 billion in revenue this year, but content creators on the platform are also cashing in. Talented TikTokers like Kabi Lame and Addison Rae can earn up to $500,000 from a single sponsored post, but the influencer industry is fiercely competitive. TikTok has seen a surge in negative and provocative content, with creators all desperately competing for our attention. Humans' inherent negativity bias means bad news sells much better than good. Creators are leveraging this with clickbait titles, fake news, and controversial posts to increase engagement, grow their follower base, and earn more money. Negative content ranges from white supremacy, political extremism, bullying, and phobia reinforcement. Children are much more impressionable than adults, which makes this kind of content incredibly dangerous. This was worryingly illustrated after a video of Jan Zimmerman, a professional volleyball player with tics, went viral. His video was copied by other TikTokers pretending to have Tourette's syndrome. Teenagers began wrongly self-diagnosing themselves with Tourette's, and lots of misinformation was spread about the disorder. Doctors at Hanover Medical School claimed this was the first identified case of mass social media-induced illness. In an investigation by the Wall Street Journal, a fake bot account was set up to mimic a real TikTok user. It was programmed to watch videos based on sadness and depression. Within 30 minutes, the TikTok algorithm was aggressively recommending similar content, reinforcing sadness and depression. TikTok claims content that promotes suicide violates their community guidelines, but the company is seemingly incapable of monitoring what content is posted and keeping its algorithm under control. Recently, a graphic video of a man's death by suicide was circulating the platform. The footage was hidden in innocent clips, like cat videos, that children were likely to watch. Schools had to send out mass emails to families warning them to keep their children off TikTok. Then, there are trends that come from viral challenges. One infamous social media dare that ended in tragedy was the blackout challenge. TikTokers were urged to film themselves holding their breath until they fell unconscious. According to Dr. Nick Flynn, a lack of oxygen to the brain can cause seizures and potentially fatal brain damage. The warning came too late for 10-year-old Nyla Anderson, who was found dead in her bedroom. The challenge has allegedly caused dozens of deaths worldwide, leading to many heartbroken parents suing TikTok. But why do young children feel so compelled to participate in something so dangerous? Simply put, they don't want to be left out. Clinical psychologists say social media creates a sense of community and a natural desire to follow the activities of others to fit in. This is the online, unregulated version of the school playground, where popularity is measured by the number of likes and followers you have. Studies show the dependence people have on the app can be pathological, with users experiencing anxiety, loneliness, and feelings of exclusion when they don't have access to TikTok. A user base of children brings other disturbing problems. Dance videos on TikTok have led to the over-sexualization of young people's bodies. But because there are no effective age restrictions on the app, it's not only other children watching these videos. BBC's Panorama claims TikTok is still failing to tackle alleged sexual predators on the platform. In an investigation by the program, a fake account was set up pretending to be a 14-year-old girl. The account was followed by several older men, one of whom sent sexually explicit images. When that account was reported by the user, what did TikTok do? Nothing. Only when the BBC contacted TikTok directly, a full 4 days after the initial complaint was made, was the account finally suspended. Cyber experts believe TikTok's features are wholly insufficient to protect younger generations online. The data TikTok collects on our children is even more concerning. TikTok is facing a $29 million fine in the UK for processing data of children under 13 without parental consent. This comes only 4 years after paying a $5.7 million fine in the US for a similar transgression. But what are TikTok using all this data for? Well, there are genuine fears it's falling into the hands of the Chinese government. Forbes magazine claimed that ByteDance, the Chinese parent company of TikTok, were planning on using the app to track the specific location of American citizens. Privacy and security concerns over TikTok's Chinese ownership are what led Donald Trump to issue an executive order threatening to ban the app in the United States unless certain demands were met. Trump wanted an American-owned entity of TikTok so the US could own its own user data. Joe Biden revoked the order when he became president, but launched a new investigation to assess the threats posed by China-based apps. TikTok are now in negotiations with the US government and close to signing a new contract that will, according to TikTok, satisfy all national security concerns. TikTok has promised to restrict China-based employees' access to US data, but senators are skeptical and believe TikTok has misled lawmakers. BuzzFeed reported that ByteDance employees in China repeatedly accessed sensitive data on US citizens, including phone numbers and birthdays. Everything is seen in China, said a member of TikTok's Trust and Safety Department in a leaked recording of an internal meeting. TikTok has tried to appease fears by claiming access to private information is limited only to authorized personnel. But who are these people? According to LinkedIn, hundreds of current ByteDance and TikTok employees used to work for Chinese state media, and many still do. It's clear to see that there are still so many unanswered questions about TikTok, and the evidence is piling up to suggest it's doing much more harm than good. Whatever promises TikTok makes, can the company ever really be trusted under Chinese control? How can TikTok continue to get away with so much when young people's mental health and very lives are at stake? Global governments are trying to manage TikTok as best they can, but with technology advancing so quickly and lawmakers playing catch-up, are we leaving our children unprotected?